Well, welcome again. I don't know if it's gonna work out this time. I have some kind of issues here. It's the first time that happened, so I apologize. Yeah, if it happens again, I will just need to figure out what the issue is. But thank you so much for sticking with me here. The good news is, though, that I found a car which is actually not lagging like crazy. Anyways, if you're back here, make sure to say hi. Like the stupid stream. And I'm just gonna position the car the way I need it. Like right here. I can remove my object here, make sure it's like sitting on the ground, the car is. Also I can go to pose mode, have his tires maybe to the left, let's go to the right. Third time times the charm, let's hope so. Oh, this is cool. I can even be like, it's like sliding. Anyways, so this is my sheriff police car right now. It's not as cool as the other one, but at least I can work with this fast. It's California. Yeah. And I'm also gonna animate those lights here, because maybe you can see it on me. I'm getting like police lights here. Can even... Let's go to my materials. We were just talking about the notes. Let's take a look at my notes. My note setup. Go to object mode. Let's go to object settings here. Okay. This is my material here. When I look at this, I can adjust a few things like roughness up or down. I can add maybe an RGB curve node. Oh, this is not curves, RGB curves, there it is, to give myself a little more contrast. And it's also something I could have done in After Effects. I usually do this in After Effects. I'm gonna freeze my camera. I can actually get a little closer. Yeah, it's working again. Sorry about this. Yeah. Live streams. I'm still not super used to all that, how it's working and stuff like that. Okay, so this is my thing. I might have to add like a hue and saturation node to add some saturation to all this. Oh no, this has to be plugged into this. The alpha has to be into... What's happening here? Alpha into alpha. Yeah, this is when nodes become complicated. So there we are. This goes up here. Let's bring these nodes here. Okay, cool. This already looks better. Okay. So we're gonna mess with that more once we set up some lighting. Okay, let's move on. We're gonna put a house into the background. Let's save real quick before everything crashes. Let's just type in house and see what happens. Okay, this is a house. Could set this on fire. Could set this on fire. We're gonna set a house on fire just in case you wondered. This is nice. Fun fact, I used this one for the inside for the shot. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I had a shot where we were inside and we were actually, there we go. Maybe you guys are gonna recognize it. Let me just try to find it inside the house. Yeah, it was right here. Let me go to view 24. It was exactly here, in case you wondered, where the airplane was crashing into me. I was like standing right here, green screen. Let me pull up the scene real quick so you see what I'm talking about. Where is it? I uploaded it somewhere. Maybe one of those. Also got a lot of love for this scene. Oh, there it is. Here, that scene. Huh? Do you recognize that? It's exactly here. Anyways, today we're not going to use the inside, we're going to use the outside. Let me get rid of my cube here. Let me see if this house has like a empty. I can move around. Okay, cool. Okay, we can position the house like this. You thought you modeled that myself? No, I don't model anything. Or as little as I can. Okay, now I'm gonna set all this on fire. Not now, but soon. No, like I said, I model as little as I can. Sometimes I model shadow captures and stuff like that, but really, I don't like to model all this. You know how long it would take to model all that? I don't do that unless I really have to. It's like there's so many people out there who are just so much better at this. Nah, I'm good. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the fun part. Now drop the house on a witch. What are you talking about? Is it some kind of reference I'm not getting? Okay. Okay, we have to make the exterior a little nicer still. What could we do? This house is gonna be burning, so flames are gonna be up. So I could even go with the camera a little further back, so we see a little more. So the camera shot could be like something like this. The Wizard of Oz, yeah. I mean, I don't watch stupid shows. You should know that. Ah, my butt is hurting. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe like this. The house is burning. The inside of the house could be burning too. It'd be cool. Maybe behind it, like here, the inside, and I don't know, or the entire thing is going to be burning. I don't know. But we definitely need to make the front a little nicer. So let's just see if we can give the ground like a nicer material. Let's just maybe like a concrete. Ground, like asphalt. Concrete floor. I remember Wizard of Oz when the teachers put it on elementary school. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really seen that. Maybe I have, and I wasn't interested. Who knows? Okay, now we give it like a concrete material. As you can see, it's like way too big, so let's fix that real quick. It's flat, which is fine. Normal, we don't want a displacement. We need a displacement. Let's give it a displacement. Let's see. Let's keep the displacement for now, but we're gonna need to give it some subdivisions. So let's give it a where is it? A subdivision modifier. Let's do 3. Simple. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna need to change the size a little. Flattest. Maybe it has to be the subdivisions. It might have to be box instead of flat. Doesn't really matter, but let's do box. All of them good. Let's change the value. I'm gonna add a value node to the scale until it looks fine. Also, it should be object not UV. There we go. So we don't see the repetition anymore. Okay, looks fine. I would play the Wizard of Oz, what is it called? Trailer right now, but I'd probably get demonetized if I did that. Just gonna add some rotation. Okay, that's good. Okay. Also, I'm probably gonna add some more. I'm gonna add some puddles into my scene because puddles always look good. So let's make another mesh plane, scale it up. Because puddles are always a great way to add some detail into your scene. I made a whole tutorial about that. It's been actually a while since I made puddles. I'll scale this down a little too big. So maybe I can even add rain, because why not? Rain is always cool. Okay, it has to be a little bigger since, there we go. Okay, puddles. In order to make puddles, what we need, how do I do this again? Sometimes I even have to look up my own tutorials because I forget how to make things. So what we need is a noise texture. That's for sure. Let's plug this in for now. Noise texture. Play with this a little. I haven't used that since the newest version, so it's gonna be interesting. We'll see how good that's gonna be. Let me change this to. That can work in cycles because I have a fast computer now. So what do we need? We need noise. And we also need like a how does it work again? A transparent node, but also a, what do we need? Glass node. Glass. So we're gonna mix those two together. Does that go in the factor? Is that how it goes? Oh, I totally forgot how to do that. How embarrassing. Making tutorials on things I still don't understand. Think. So this is a noise. Yeah, the noise goes into the factor, yes. I don't have any light in here, so that's probably not helpful. Let's just add for now. I'm gonna add an HDRI. That's nature. It's nighttime. Let's do this. Okay. And what are we doing here? I can tell it's getting late. It's like 12:30 right now, and my brain is stopping to work. Okay. I need a ramp. Okay, there you go. So this is gonna be my puddles here. I can even go into, yeah, let's go in Eevee and go into my material settings, visibility, viewport display. No, it's under material. Where is it? Where are my material settings? There we go. Materials, alpha hashed, and shadow none. Okay. Now we can actually see it in Eevee also. So those are my puddles now. I can adjust how much puddle I want. And also I'm going to make another color ramp, like right here. Plug this into the roughness. Not IR into the roughness. Just to make those puddles a little smoother. I think there has to be a second one. Sorry guys, I completely forgot how to do this. So I think this goes into roughness. I can adjust those. The cool thing about the puddles is going to be is like I'm going to be reflecting in it and stuff is going to be reflecting in it. It's going to look cool. Like puddles are a great way to just give it more imperfection and stuff like that. Not imperfection, but more detail. See, when I look through cycles now, just like, excuse me, it's not cycles. Let's go back to cycles. Like stuff is going to be reflecting. Also, I need to lift this a little bit. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine is back. Yeah, Jasmine is at work right now, so... Yeah, that's what it looks like when it's a completely perfect, like, you know, perfect water, but it's not how puddles look. It doesn't look too bad, actually. It's just, do need some roughness here. Roughness. Just, I forgot. Yeah, but yeah, the idea is to just give it like a little more detail, and then the fire is even look like epic when it's like burning. I should have some burning people in there, or am I going too far? Yeah. It doesn't look too bad. Even with the HDRI, already gives like a little more detail. I can let me get like a better HDRI. Let's crank it up to like 4K. I hope my internet is not going to break because I'm downloading 4K HDRIs right now. But see, now the background is looks a little better. Yeah, but that's gonna be cool. Maybe while the scene is starting, maybe even the car is driving in or so. That could be cool too. Like it's like basically like pulling in, like, something like that. Maybe we're gonna see. But first, what are we gonna do first? I could adjust my green screen a little because the colors are not right. It's a little too warm. Is it too warm? The thing is, I shouldn't adjust it yet because the police light is still gonna throw light at me. Like red and blue and stuff like that. Maybe I can do it now. I'm just gonna add like a red light. It should be like a light. Let's do a point light. Here, light settings. Let's just pick this color, red. More saturation, less saturation. More value. More saturation. Okay, that'll do. Blasting it now. So now it's actually going, and now then when I'm going to animate it going back on and off. You should have a fire truck coming to the building. Yeah, that could be cool too. Let me see if I have a fire truck. No, not fire truck. It's a cool idea. If they have a fire truck here, I'm definitely gonna use it. Oh, it doesn't look like it. Oh no, it's burning. Come on. I could just get one from the internet. Come on, it'd be cool. What if I use ambulance? They do have ambulance here. It doesn't look too bad either. Let me check real quick how big those are. Let's use this one. Because I used the police cars earlier in case you missed it, and suddenly my computer got super slow. It's not too bad. So I can have this one basically driving in, like bzzz, something like that. That could be cool. Yeah, but I agree. A fire truck would be even better. It's just always such a headache to look for those things on the internet. I can't believe that I don't have it here. Blender Kit. Blender Kit always has everything. Stupid. Is there a different word for fire truck, maybe? All my American-speaking people here, do you know a better word for fire truck? But it is just a fire truck, right? Animated fire volume, sure. Oh yeah, fire guitar. That's exactly what I need in this scene. Stupid. It's real cool stuff in here. It's Blender Kit really. Without it, I wouldn't even be a Blender artist because I wouldn't know what to do. I'd be lost. Super explosion. Oh, I would love to work with that one day. That looks sick. Okay. It doesn't look like they have a... But ambulance will do, right? Ambulance will do. I'm just gonna animate it later. I'm just gonna bring it to my end position. Like right here is gonna be the end position, maybe? Something like that. I like it when it crosses like the edge of the frame. So we just assume there's more. I always search on ArtStation, Gumroad, and Blender Market for specific models if they don't have it on BlenderKit. Yeah, I usually go on Sketchfab. That's where I get my models. Fire truck. But you know, sometimes it's such a headache to get those things, and you don't know what you get. It looks fine, but it looks like a video game very often. This one doesn't look too bad. Then you also don't know, do you have to pay for it, or what's going on? I should put a Tesla Cybertruck in there, flying through the scene. Yeah, the good ones are always expensive. Yeah, I could never make something like that. Yeah, you need to check out Gumroad. I've heard like many artists using that. I've never looked at it. Let's see. Okay. If I just put it somewhere in the background, can I download this? Is that downloadable? Because, yeah, that looks fine. That should do. I don't think I can download this. It usually has like this logo, download logo. This one is downloadable. Come on, guys, don't leave me hanging here. Yeah, let's check out this one. Yeah, it's very low poly. The good thing is if it's low poly, it's not gonna slow down my scene, but when I look at the scene, I could have it like behind the car, somewhere here in the background. Maybe. I'm gonna leave it out for now, and maybe I'm gonna add something. Yeah, the paid ones suck, but artists got to eat. Yeah, I agree now. It's like, of course, artists got to eat. And I do pay for models a lot when I work for clients, but then, you know, clients pay for it. If I just make a scene here for fun, you know, I don't get anything out of it. I'm not paying for models, no. For sure not. What is this here? Oh yeah, I had to cover up the ground somewhere. Am I still hovering? It looks like I'm flying. See, I'm like a monk or something. I can fly. Let me see. Am I touching the ground? I have to touch the ground. Yeah, how high is my camera? That's the question. Item, position, location. Yeah, like half a meter. That's basically the height of my camera. That's how I shot it. So that should fit more or less. Yeah. Okay. But I might have to put like some stuff here in the foreground, maybe trash or so. But already looks pretty nice, and I didn't even put any light in there. Okay. How many people do we have right now? 7 viewers. That's cool. If you just joined in, welcome to my live stream, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now we're gonna do my favorite part of all my scenes, adding volume. that is my favorite part because it's so easy to do, and it always makes your renders look so much better. If you don't know what I'm doing here, volume means I'm going to add haze to my scene. That also means that I have to keep my volume box as small as possible. Otherwise, my computer, even this fast computer, is going to be slowing down a lot. So once I have my volume box the right size, something like that, you want it to be as small as possible, then I'm going to apply the scale, and now the real magic is going to happen. So I'm going to give it a new material. That's always also my favorite part to explain, because I know exactly how to do it, because again, it's not very difficult. You can do a principal volume, this probably makes more sense, and then attach this into volume. Then you just adjust your density, and voila, we already have haze in our scene. And depending on our lights, like for example, I have this light here. This light here, if I crank this, let's make this light super strong. It should be blowing up in my scene. Let me see if I have volume. You do need like volume bounces here, so there you go. Now it looks better. See how everything like lights up, everything around it, so it's like a glare. And now you can imagine, once the fire is in here, like blowing the background out, it's gonna look real cool. Have you tried using Alt-Tab Fog 2? What is that? Is it like a shortcut? Alt-Tab Fog. What do you mean by that? Have you tried using Alt-Tab Fog 2? Is that like a plugin or something? Let me know. I'm very interested. Because that's the thing. Only because someone is doing tutorials, people assume that you know everything. But I make tutorials because I don't know anything. I just I like to teach myself by teaching. But yeah, that already looks pretty cool. The thing is, it's a Blender add-on. There is a free version with multiple fog option hazes with explosions. Interesting. I need to look into that. Well, explosions and stuff like that, I don't need anymore because again, I'm like covered. Oh shoot, that's why you couldn't see it, because it was like inside the police light. So let me go down here. If I could make this material, hold on, let me see. Transmission, translucent a little. It's glass, should be translucent, but I guess it's not gonna work. That's fine. I always use it for my Blender add-on. I'm gonna look into it. What is it called exactly? Alt-Tab Fog 2, is that what it's called? Your add-on? I could just put the light in front of it. Should be on top of it. Make it a little bigger. Like that. Yeah, I parented the lights to the car, so it's wherever it's going, you know, it's lighting the thing. Yeah, eventually I have to animate this. It's going on and off. 500 is strong. 500 might be better. Yeah. And the blue one, I'm gonna make another one. It's Shift D. This one is gonna be blue. And then it's gonna be like wee like this. And it's also interesting how the fog makes the blue light and the red light mix it together into like a purple. You can keyframe the light from red to blue. Yes, I think so too, but it looks like this car is like, okay, this is the red side, this is the blue side. So what I'm gonna do is just turn them on and off instead of switching them from red to blue. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could do it now. I just gave it a keyframe, and I'm gonna go to modifiers, and well, let me think. Is it modifiers, or do I just go to 0 and give it another one, and now I, instead of linear, make it constant? Like this. And now a modifier and cycle. Come on, man. That's not what I want. Let me see. Scene lights. That's almost what I wanted. Okay, so maybe I have to copy this thing to here. Okay, I think that's what I want. Yeah, perfect. So now it's like turning on and off. And a constant, I put a what is it, cycles modifier on it, so it's like going on and off. I'm gonna do the same thing with the blue lights. Where's the blue lights? There's the bad boy. The thing is, it has to be the opposite. So right now, red is on, so blue is gonna be off. Animate. Go to frame number. Where is it? 10. And animate this. Nope. I touch that. I'm gonna go. I'm so bad at this. I should name all that. I just keep forgetting, and then I just keep working. And yeah. So now I animated this. It's T. Make it constant. Go 10 frames later. Make another keyframe here. And go. No, hold on. I go back to 0, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Now a modifier, cycles, now it's going to repeat it forever. Perfect. I did something right. Can you believe it? In a live stream where I couldn't cut, I'm a little proud of myself, I gotta say. Yeah, and now you can see why, oh no, I should move the camera. See, I have like this blue light on myself. And police light. I don't know if it perfectly matches or not. I don't know if it has to. But yeah. Let's see it. Excuse me. Yeah, and this is still an Eevee. This is what it's going to look like once it's done, you know, like rendered. But you know, it's I can't watch that in full speed because this is cycles. Especially once I have the fire here in the background, this is going to be, whew, it's going to be rendering. Even my new computer is going to be rendering for a long time. Okay, let me name my things a little because otherwise I'm gonna lose track here. This is blue light, and no, I am gonna call it light blue. I have another Blender tip for you, or not Blender tip. I have a editing tip. When you name your things, name everything in capital. Then you know that you named those things. If I just named this, I don't know. Here it doesn't matter really, but light red. It would just look like all the other things, and it doesn't stand out. But if you just capitalize everything, you know exactly. Hey, I made this. I made this. I made this cube. I don't know what this cube is, but I made it. What's this cube? Oh yeah, this is my placeholder. Let me delete this. I don't need that. Let me see what this cube does. This is my volume cube. Here again, I'm gonna volume cube capitalize so I know. Even when you make your materials, volume. Because when you look through all those materials, you see I made this one. This is mine. You can even go extra fancy and be like 1. Then your material is always going to be on top. It's a pretty good tip. Recently got this tip from my brother Matt. Okay, anyway, so I have this light here. I have this light here. Is that even doing anything? Eevee. It doesn't look like this is doing anything, but I could just have the same light. Just have it here too. The problem is if I just have the exact same light without an offset, it's going to be blinking the same speed. So technically I should just make it again, or I just copy it instead of making an instance. Let's do that. I'm going to just take this here. Copy this. Let's see. I'm just going to shift this a little. And also gonna remove clear the parent and attach this to this one instead. Parent, keep transformation. So now this one is blinking too, but it did in a different time. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Whew. Okay, we're getting there. I mean, obviously I could add like way more detail in here, and I might do that. I might not. I don't know. More is always better. But most of all, I have to set this thing on fire. And the right way to do that is to bring this model into Embergen, but I would rather not. I don't want to do that because I'm still not super familiar with Embergen, and I would rather just make a fire, use it in here. Oh, but before I do that, this is going to be very exciting. I've never done that like online, because Imogen and me, we're still not good friends. We're like casual friends, you know, we're casual dating. But before I do that, I need to figure out how long my scene actually is. So here I'm looking into the camera. Eventually, I stop looking into the camera. Yeah, this is when I stop moving. I could just, I'm stupid sometimes. I can just go on. This is my video, 391 frames. That's what I needed to know. 391 in 23.98 seconds. Okay, save one more time. 391. Let's try to remember that. So now I'm gonna go to Imogen. So this is Imogen, and we can look at the scenes I already made, and it's pretty cool. This is like the default fire. We might be using that. Those are like explosions. But let's just go at the presets and see what we have here. Let's just go on the fire, and all of those fires are pretty sick. Like this is pretty cool. Explosion, ground fire. Yeah, this one, oil fire, looks very good. Yeah, I think this is the one we're going to be using, oil fire. So now I can use this as a preset. This is how we're going to start our scene. I never used Embergen, so this stuff is awesome to learn about from the stream. Yeah, I wish I could teach you more, but like I said, I don't know much. But I can explain some things to you. So this is the node setup for the entire explosion here. And right now it's the render quality is low, so we can watch it faster. And I could add, like, for example, collision objects. Let's do that so I can explain it better to you. So in here it's called a collider. So here I can see this is my simulation. And in the simulation there's an emitter. It emits particles, which is interesting because usually you can just emit what is it called, a volume, but it's two different things. Like it emits volume and particles in the same time. Let me just turn off the particles real quick, then you can see in real time that's not actually changing the image. When I turn this off, you see I just turned off the entire simulation. When I turn back on particles, you can see what the particles do. And it's beautiful because it's happening in real time. So when I bring the volume back on, oof. And this is like an oil fire. Yeah, this is insane. And I could just explore it like that and use it. But let me show you something cool. Let's bring in a collider. I'm gonna make a collider, and under collider, I could, where is this? I could bring in a shape, and I could import the house, and that would be the right way to do that. To import the actual house I'm using, to import into Blender, into Embergen. Sorry, those comments always distract me and I forget my train of thoughts. So bring in the house from Blender into Embergen, so it actually burns the house itself and not, you know, not just like that. So right now it's burning a primitive. I don't know what the primitive looks like, but it's, I think I can render shapes. I think when I turn off the volume, I can see what the primitive kind of looks like. It's like a round shape here. This is what is burning, but I could make the house actually burn. But it doesn't really matter. I think it's gonna be fine. And yeah, that would lag in Blender very much. And here, look at this. Oh, I just messed up something. I can look around, I can go through it if I want to, and it is very detailed. It looks very good. And here I can see how it's like building smoke. And if I really want to, I can go, which is very similar to like, what is it called? Blender. I can go to my domain and make my domain size bigger. 512. Now I apply the resolution. Now it's just a little bigger, but then also it's going to render for longer. And then I really have to decide how big do I really need it. So when I go back to Blender, look at my scene, I don't need it that big because everything outside this shot is going to be like out of the frame, and I don't need it to burn like till like somewhere up here. I don't need it. So I only need like 3-4 meters over this house, so maybe 10 meters tops. This house, and yeah, and we're gonna make this happen now. So probably I'm just gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna be having fire, probably like inside and a little on top, and I just hope it's gonna look good, that it's like burning through the house. Let's just hope for the best. Let's go back here. Yeah, it is very cool. So one thing I wanted to show you, which is very satisfying. Here you can see this is what the burn primitive looks like. This is what it's actually burning. And that could be like the house instead. Like for example, when I made this smoke person, do I have it still open here somewhere? Live stream. I don't have it, but you remember the smoke dude I had animated? Yeah, that's how I did it. I just imported like a Mixamo animation and had him smoking. Anyways, one thing I wanted to show you. Let's play this again. And I want to add a collider shapes. Let's make primitive. As a primitive, let's make a box. Now I can have this box here. This is my collider here. Let's make this bigger size. Okay. And now look at this. Are you guys ready? This is gonna be cool. See? In real time I can screw around with the fire. Isn't that cool? And this is just so satisfying. Especially my computer is very fast and all that. It's good stuff. Yeah, this is very cool. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna need this. I'm not gonna need this. All I need is really this fire. And right now it's just too big. I don't need it that big. So I'm gonna go down with the resolution. Let's do 300. Apply resolution. And this is, I think it's gonna be enough. And if it's not enough, I can always just render it again. And again, I'm not very familiar with all those settings. I played around with it a little. Like for example, I'm here under dissipation and flame dissipation. Basically, I think it means how fast it just, gets invisible. So when this number is high, the fire gets dissolved faster, and the number is low, the fire doesn't get dissolved at all. So if I want the fire to be gone faster, I can increase this number here. Smoke. If I want more smoke, I can just go down with this number. Now this is what it looks like. What I actually like: more smoke, less fire. This is pretty cool. And what I actually would like to try is go back to my domain 750.